Hello, friends. Namaste. Good morning or good evening, everyone. This is Lavanya. I live in Australia. So I'll be the host for this session with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. So I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, BSSM Australia, initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. Please do subscribe the Divine Breath YouTube channel. So for the few weeks, we have been discussing about this book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy with our very own Pyramid Master, Sohana Dodle from California, USA. So with this note, I will introduce, I'll ask Sohana to take over the session. Sohana, over to you.
Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we'll continue. I think it's been already too long that we have just been doing this. So, let me finish this. But the important topic today is all about your subconscious mind and marital problems. So, usually, I usually do a PPT, but, I do it for every chapter wise. But this time I think it's clubbed with three chapters, so I really don't like to do that. But I can do an individual PPT. When I do it, I can share it with you. But right now I have just noted the points down. So okay, let's go through this. So your subconscious mind and the marital problems. So we have been looking into how do we choose our happiness, and how do we use our subconscious mind, and how subconscious mind works in our sleep, and what are its benefits. This is all we have been looking into it. And today it's all about marital problems, right? And this is something that every person will go through in their life, some or the other point. And it's most of the people, some people speak it out, some people don't, some people share it, some people don't share it. And but still, these things keep going on, like they keep happening everywhere, because marital problems, in the sense, actually it's not just this is one kind of relationship. But usually these kind of things happen in relationships, like brother sister, mother daughter, father daughter, or every kind of relationship. When two people are involved, of course there will be difference in opinions, right? So when that's happening, obviously, sometime we'll have good energy to accept other person's point, and sometimes we'll not have that energy to accept some other people's perspective or their opinion. So at that time, what happens then, that is when the chaos starts. The chaos is nothing but, it's just, we have always been discussing that our subconscious mind is literally a white paper, and it's literally a recording machine kind of thing. And whatever it is seeing, whatever it is absorbing from the outer world, it will just make a stamp in your subconscious mind. Then whatever the chaos is starting, and for some time, like there are different types of things, right? We call it grudge and all. In some kind of situation, we just hold it for lesser time. In some kind of situation, we hold it for the longer time. Like after a while, what happens is, sometimes if we see that person, we'll have that in our mind, and we'll be like, okay, I'm not comfortable with this person, then what if? It's like that. That's how it works. So, but marital thing is very common, and it's just something that It's a rule, sort of a rule, right? Especially in India, it's sort of a rule, because it's kind of like that. Every person, after a certain point of time, or at the right age, they need to get married, and they need to just, that's just the life's rule kind of thing. So there is no other go for you to just avoid this kind of process in life. It's important, right? So that's how we have been taught. And so now, looking into this, marital problems, Joseph Murphy, the author of this book, has been given a very beautiful statement that pray together, then you can stay together. So it's I really like that statement. Yes, that's true. When you pray together, and that's how you stay together. So we'll see what what is it trying to tell about these marital problems. So the first point is, ignorance of mental and spiritual laws is the cause of all the marital unhappiness. So by praying significantly together, you stay together. So yes, the biggest problem is lots of ignorance. Ignorance in which way? Ignorance is not trying to understand or not trying to accept your partner's perception, your partner's opinions, or your partner's things. You cannot always just be like, if you like something in a person, this kind of things happen, right? Most of the time in the marital life, this happens. In the initial days of the marital life, it will be very exciting, very energetic, and it's like, you are the love of my life and everything kind of stuff. And midlife crisis after some point of time, and you'll be like, I'm tired with this person and I'm done. Because what you have done is, you really liked only the things that you wanted in them, and the things which you don't want, you stop liking all of it. And that's what it happens when you're accepting a person. You need to accept themselves, like even me. If I consider myself, I am a person with good, bad, worst, everything, mixture of everything, and every person is like that. When it's like that, then why don't you accept the other person like as you accept yourself? So when you're not accepting, that's called ignorance. So when you're into lots of ignorance and understanding them, ignorance and understanding their feelings, understanding doesn't mean so big. Understanding is all about accepting, just accepting their point, accepting their feelings, accepting their emotions and everything. So when till date, when my mom, what she does, she has this point of sorry. So she has this point that always she comes to me and keep complaining about my dad, that he did that, he did this, that this. And I'll be like, okay, you married you did all of it by yourself. You chose him because there is no point that my grandparents chose my father, but she did that, and because she liked him, and you did it on your own. And now if you start complaining that he's not okay with you, or he's not accepting, and he's doing that, this, and she wants him to meditate, but he will not have time to meditate. But he does, but not in front of her. Because yes, he has many things to do in a day, and he holds certain organizations. So since morning 5 a.m. things keep starting. He needs to keep coordinating with multiple people, because school transportation, college transportation, all these kind of stuff, they need to go pick up kids and all. These things start from 5 a.m. in the morning. So he'll be busy the moment 11:30 or 11 a.m. That time, after everything sets, everything is on good pace, and that's when he'll have some time. She will not know that, because by then she will go to her office. He does that. He keeps doing that. So it's just that you don't have to be there. All you need is accepting their point and accepting themselves, like, accepting them like you do to yourself. That's all the first point means. And the great statement is that you pray together, and that's when you guys stay together. So it's just that in any culture of marriage, once you're getting married, that whole ritual, how it goes, we do take vows, right? We keep saying that you know, I cherish this relationship, I respect this relationship, I respect my partner, I cherish him, you know, I love him, and we will take it together peacefully. And that's how we end up saying it, marriage is made in heaven. But most of the time we just do it in the start, and again we just do it in the end. Then what's going on with the midlife? So nothing, it's all much scattered, much going in each and every direction. Yes, I know it's really hard, because in the marital life you get along with a person who really don't know at all, you don't know them at all. And after your marriage you literally start understanding them, knowing them. And you know what kind of marriage it is, or what kind of, how did it start, that doesn't matter. It's all, end of the day, all you got to do is, if not this person, most of the time you will be having these kind of thoughts like, why did I even choose this person? I might have chose somebody else, the better person who can really understand me. But it's like, whichever person you choose or whichever person you do it, all the time it's only one thing, they're accepting and completely living the ignorance. So accepting is common in any kind of relationship or any kind of marriage. And that's what the first point means. And the second point comes as, the best time to prevent divorce is before marriage. If you learn how to pray in the right way, you will attract the right mate for you. This is very important. Okay, so that's okay, fine. People who have got married, that's okay, fine. But you can give suggestion to the other people who are in the pace. So this point is just for this moment, that you don't have to get divorced. And it's only that, see, you have, everybody will have a mother, everybody will have a father, everybody will have a sibling, or whatever it is, but everybody will have a mother or father. It's common. Let's leave about siblings. So you fight with your mother, it's not that, will you take divorce with your mother, that you guys are not going along? No, you cannot do that. So can you take a divorce with your father? No, that's not how it works. They are standard relationships, they are by blood. That's what we mean, right? So why not even this relationship can go like that? Just the way like how you're attached to your mother, father, your sibling, or whosoever it is, your blood relation. Why not your husband can be there? Or why not your wife? Why not it, why can't you make it work like that? So your author is only telling that if you want to prevent it, just attract the right partner. Attracting the right partner is always having the right set of mind, that always, okay, this is my suggestion that I would like to give is, always have a clause in the mind, or have a rule in your mind, that whatever I'm attracting, I'm attracting the best. I'm attracting the best for me, and whatever it is coming to me, it's only giving me lots of happiness. That's what I deserve. Because in this book, the first very, the very first chapter, the author was only telling that I choose happiness, I deserve to be happy, right? Then when you deserve to be happy, just give that clause, whatever is coming to me, it's just coming for me, like how I want, like what I want. So that's how we gotta attract the right person for us, whatever it is. And it's only the thought, or it's only the, what do we say, it's just a thought, that's it. It's just a strong thought that you keep it in your mind, and that's how you start attracting things. So marriage is the union of man and woman who are bound together by love. So their hearts beat as one, they move onward, upward, and forward. Yes, that's true, right? So marriage is union of man and woman. That's true, because together, of course, duality, coming into the world of duality, it is feminine, and the other one is masculine. So together what it makes is non-duality together. So that's how this creation works, and that's how this has been created, with that energy, non-dual energy. So when this duality is coming together as a union, and that's when the duality disappears, right? So here, when they are bounded by love, it's he poetically says that their heartbeats is one, and they move onward, upward, and forward. Yes, that's true, because once you get married and you're going to live together for certain years or certain time, and just think about something. You get into a college or you get into a high school, then you'll be there for some time, then you'll have a set of classmates or set of best friends that you travel with them, and there is going to be an amount of energy that you share with them, and that's how this journey goes, right? So in that journey, we'll be having everything. You fight with your friends, you go friendly with your friends, we will have good time with that. So we have everything. So just like that, this is also this also falls into the same place. you know Everything happens, end of the day we stay together, we stick together, and that's how we move forward, and that's how we evolve. Here author says that together as a heart they beat as one, and they end up as Godward. So Godward is nothing but a refinement, a huge refinement. See, just if you look into a very broader way, in a broader picture, you're getting married is nothing but you're having a person for you as a support who is literally trying to help you for your refinement process, being there no matter what. At the same, at the same on the other side, you are being there for the other person, and that's how this works. And it's such a beautiful concept, isn't it? you know I still don't understand who got this idea of making the marriages or starting this kind of thing, but that's a really something meaningful. That's how refinement happens. And the next one is, people find happiness by dwelling on the eternal truths of God and the spiritual values of life. Then the man and woman can contribute to each other's happiness and joy. Yes, that's true. So here author is just telling that happiness is all about what people do is on the happiness is all about the eternal truths or truths of gods and the spiritual values of life. Then man and woman can contribute each other's happiness and joy. Yes. So here it's just a simple way of telling that there are many things in this world that we believe on, spiritual values, or of course, and that's how the rituals are made. And this kind of marriage needs to go this way, this kind of marriage needs to go this way. So there are many processes of doing a marriage, a union of man and woman, right? So here it's just that when this is happening, it's just that contributing each other's happiness and joy. So this process, when people are doing so much, have you ever heard that in Hindu culture? I have heard 33,000 33 crores of gods, I guess. Yes, 30. Yeah, I don't remember the figure, but those many gods are going to be there in that what do you say, marriage, okay, that marriage stage or that marriage podium or whatever it is, because they keep doing that puja and all. See, it's that precious and auspicious that people make it that beautiful to carry it forward. That they are giving it with that good motive and that good energy for us to start a very good life or a very good journey. It's just that to keep us happy, for us to lead a very beautiful, I mean, to for us to move on a very beautiful journey. And the next one, you attract the right mate by dwelling on the qualities and characters you admire in a man or a woman. Then your subconscious mind will bring you together in a divine order. Yes. So what author is trying to tell us, when you're attracting a person, then he is just asking us to imagine or think about the characters that you know what you want in the other person. If you're attracting a mate, just think about how do you want your person to be. Just think about that. If you want to think about that, then you need to understand about yourself. You need to understand what you are. You need to understand your characteristics. You need to understand how your behavior is in which kind of situation, and what you are exactly. And that's when you understand that which kind of partner that you really want to attract. And yes, that's important. So I'll tell you a very great example of my sister. So what she did, she used to read a book called Osho. It's Krishna by Osho. So there is a book. It's a very huge book and a very beautiful book. That book is all about. That book was written by Osho, but the story is all about Bhagavad Gita mainly, the summary of Bhagavad Gita. But he actually narrated in the form of Krishna and Radha's love story. So it's all about Krishna and Radha's love story, and he really narrated it in a very modern approach, very modern kind of love story. So in the the moment I just saw that book, and I was much surprised. Who would write a book like this on a God's love story? Like, why Osho did this? And I was at that point. But we all always loved Osho like so crazy. And my sister, she's not that I mean, I can say she's not that much into all of it, but all she does is she just picks one book and she keeps reading it for like in some long time. She does it very slowly, like whenever she finds time, kind of stuff. So when she was in the ending of her masters, she started reading that book. She finished it. I don't know that she fell in love with that book, and it's time for her to get married. And all her parents, everybody started finding a good person for her. The end of the day, the first proposal that she got was a person, now my brother-in-law. His name is Krishna. Okay, so his actual name is Ravi Krishna. Then she was not surprised, and she was always imagining that I really want a person like that. And she was much surprised after seeing him, and that's how she manifested. And it's like everything is all about how you attract and what you do. And she always wanted a person who is a graduate from IIT, and he's from IIT Kharagpur, because she is much studious. She's much studious, and she's a first class student, and she always wanted a person like that. And she was much obsessed about Apple, and he was working at Apple. And this is how it all turned so positive for her. It's very easy to attract the right partner only if you have a clarity, and only if you have an understanding about yourself and what you are actually wanting or what you're thinking. So that's important. And the next one is, you must build into your you must build into your mentality and the mental equivalent of what you want in the marriage partner. So if you want to attract an honest, sincere and loving partner in life, you must be honest, sincere and loving yourself. So here it's all about, if you are if I mean, see, for everything you really need a sincere desire. Without desire, it's not going to work, whatever it is. So your desire, always since the start we have been discussing that desire must be unwavering. Desire must be unwavering, no thoughts, no doubts, no giving contradictory thoughts to our desire. Contradictory in the sense fear, doubtful thoughts. So not doing that. And here author is saying that just build that kind of mentality. See, I can say that I have built my mentality, affirming myself that I chose happiness. I always choose happiness. So whatever is coming to me, it should be something that belongs to me. I mean, something that's very sort of I can say it in this words, that whatever is coming to me, that's really something that's good for me. Okay, not something that's really landing me in a wrong path. That's how things used to work. So always just to keep a very right kind of mentality, or make that kind of mentality. Making a mentality is very very easy. Keep affirming that what you really want, only good things that you really want. Keep, all of a sudden just sit and, have a good breath and start saying that I am the most happiest person on this planet. I deserve all the happiness. Why can't I be happy? I am the richest person on this planet. And I am the most healthiest person on this planet. Why can't I be? I always keep telling that to everybody, that I am the most luckiest person on this planet because everybody loves me. Nobody hates me. Like everybody. And it's like I have never seen a person hating me. And that's how I keep doing that. Of course, there were tons of people who really hated me. But eventually everything keeps changing, and it's like, okay, 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 okay. And that's how I started seeing change since like last 5 years, that I, whatever it is, it's just a difference in opinion for that moment. And, after a second or after certain amount of time, and, it's okay. After that, everything is going to fall in the place. And always this used to happen to me. In no fight, whatever it is, you have a point. And if you are trying to convince it to the other person or your partner, make sure first you gotta be a very good listener. This is very important. From the book called The Buddha's Wife, all I have learned was be a good listener. It's all about art of listening. If you want somebody else's to listen to you, you gotta listen first what they are telling, or what they are actually want you to understand. That's very important. Listening doesn't mean just hearing. Listening comes with the whole whole pack of understanding, accepting, and then that's when the listening comes. Whatever you listen, just accept it with no conditions. Don't keep a story in your mind already while they are trying to explain you. Because, most of the time this happens, when something happens, I go to my mom and say that, this happened and this happened. Then she says, of course you do that all the time. Why will not that happen to you? She already made up her story in her mind because she knew that I'm that. But she doesn't know that, this time it was different. So never make up a story that already whatever you have it in your mind. So always keep a fresh mind, accept it like it's something new, a new situation. That's okay. What happens is, my mom and her sister, they both, what happens is, continuously, my mom is like much silent, kind of less talkative person. My mom's sister is much talkative person. So what happens is, obviously this happens, right? Much talkative person dominates the person who talks less. So eventually the person who talks less, their point will not be conveyed. So it's like that. So my mom was always pissed off about this. Then I told her, just be cool and just stay calm. This time, whatever happens, you do not get like, you don't have to get overboard. Just stay calm. Give her some time. First time, if you react to that, or if you go and if you talk to that, that's not how it works. First time you leave it, second time you leave it, third time you leave it, fourth time she will realize why she will not talking. And that's how we give time to people to change. You are nobody to change them, but only thing is that you are making them understand your point. This works in your marital life. This is what we got to do. Your partner is not listening to you, your partner is not concerning you, bothering to your point. That's okay. First time you listen to them, second time you listen to them, third time you listen. Keep listening till you learn the art of listening. That's what we are learning there. Person is doing something, in the heat of the moment we get triggered by multiple contradictory thoughts or multiple contradictory opinion on them. But after a point you will realize that what was the lesson that has to be taught by them to you, and what was the lesson that you got to teach them. So that's how it is. And so Next one, for all of it, we got to be very honest, sincere, and very loving towards yourself. So most of the time, if you think that my life has just been designed like this, my life is just to be in, kind of locked up with this person, this kind of person. If you keep affirming yourself bad, you are dragging yourself into the much deeper, deeper part of dark zone, which is not really required or needed. At least you have a partner. There are people who don't even have a partner in this world. So that's how we got to take it. You have a partner, it's there. It's see, your partner is nothing like, everything in this world is just like your baby, and if you got to be as a motherly, that's it. So start. To your kids, when it's time, you teach. To your kids, when it's time, you listen. To your kids, when it's time, you play with them, you talk to them, you spend time with them. Like that, you got to keep doing that with everybody in this world. And you do not have to repeat mistakes in marriage. Yes. So when you really believe, then you can have the type you can have the type man or woman you idealize. It's done unto you as you believe. Yes. To believe is to accept something is true. So accept your ideal companion now mentally. So whatever you are affirming or whatever you are making up in the mind, see, if a partner is not much coordinating with you or is not much involved in every activity or aspect in life that you're going through, because this happens. Okay, I've seen in my mom and dad's marital life. Okay, my dad is a very helpful husband, very 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 helpful husband. Since morning he'll be even cutting, chopping vegetables for my mom for her to cook. Like, though he's very busy in his life, but still he does all of it. He does. And he makes tea morning, evening, he does all of it. But there are some situations, because for them, they work together in the same organization. They work together. They are not together just in the home, they're together in their workplaces too. So just imagine how it's going to be. Like, very crazy, very very crazy. And they are just going to bust out in front of third person, multiple subordinates, multiple employees. Still, that's going to happen. But still, they have learned it. Since the day they started, they have learned it. So what I started telling my mom is, if you really want daddy to be that, then I just asked her that, start imagining or start affirming that, okay, daddy is listening to me. Okay, daddy is trying to understand my point. Start affirming that kind of thing. Just think that, in the initial days, when you really loved him, when you really wanted to marry him, when you fought with your mom or my grandma, then when you did all of that, just have that same kind of lively energy feeling, and start affirming that what you really want. And that's how it changes. That's how it changes. See, if you find a negative quality or disturbing quality in your partner, sit there and you start affirming it in your mind. First, you change your mind. You remove that story that you have made up on them. Make it that positive story. And then just keep looking forward for the positivity to spread. You have made up in your mind that no, they are not negative, they are positive. You made it in your mind, and that story, that positive vibration from your mind, it needs to reach your partner too. So it needs to take some time and energy. So keep doing it until that happens. And that's how we idealize mentally. And the next one, do not wonder how, why, or where you will meet the mate you're praying for. So trust implicitly the wisdom of your subconscious mind. So it has the know-how, and you don't have to assist it. So yes, so you don't have to worry when this is all going to happen, why, where, how, nothing. You just think of it, it will happen. And how hard you think it, and that's how it will happen. And that's when it manifests. And that's what he's telling. And especially for the people who are looking forward for a right partner, or you're attracting a right partner, and for them this point implies, he's just telling that your subconscious mind knows it. It don't have to be assisted, or it don't have to be told that yes, of course. Because whatever desires we are having in the manifestation process, it's always that we will never give the timeline. We should never give the timeline. That's the rule. So you cannot just give the timeline that it should happen there, it should happen here. But of course, that's how it works. I mean, once you have a very strong desire, trust me, nothing comes into picture. No rule, no law, nothing. How hard you want it, and that's how it manifests. And this worked with me. I have manifested multiple people, especially my HOD, my head of the department. I actually got measles in my masters in one of the semester. So literally, I couldn't go to college. I was just home for 1 month because I couldn't see my face myself. So I really didn't wanted to give that impression to everybody. Then I was just staying at home because I really didn't know what it is. Then my HOD just sent me an email saying that it's already been a month that you haven't been to the college. Then I think I need to look forward for what action should I take and all. Then I just sent him the health reports and all. He just saw that, but still he was not satisfied. Then what I did, I was just sitting and I was just thinking that my HOD is so good. He helped me this time. I was just recollecting what all good moments that I had it with him. And I was just sitting and thinking all the night, not just thinking, just affirming that, he's nice. He is nice. He will find some way to, rescue me from this. That's how I just did all the night. And next day he came to me and he said, that's okay, you're fine. You don't even have to write your exam. I'll just do the marking. And I was like, seriously? And that's how he promoted me. And this actually happens in India, but I've never seen this happening in here, because that's how strict it is for an international student. But he did that. So that's how your affirmations or your desires work that strong. And next one is, you're mentally divorced when you indulge in grudges, ill will, and hostility towards your marriage partner. You're mentally dwelling the error in the bed of your mind. So, other to your marriage vows that I promise to cherish, love, and honor him or her all the day of my life. So, okay, when you start having these kind of contradictory feelings or opinions on your partner or towards your partner, it's just that, yes, always we have been discussing that everything starts from your mind. Everything starts from your mind. So once you start having a contradictory, it's nothing but you're mentally divorcing yourself from your partner. Can you see yourself just together or unified? No, that's not how it's happening. Because every time you're just thinking that I am this, he is doing that. It's not we. So that's how it's going to make, I mean, once it's started in your mind, obviously we expect it to happen it in reality too. That's how it works. So that's the point. So it's he's just telling that, as we just take the marriage vows, like I promise to cherish, love, and honor him or her all the days of my life. And that's how we got to keep doing this every day, every time in life. And the next one, cease projecting fear patterns of your marriage partner. Project love, peace, harmony, and goodwill, and your marriage will grow and more beautiful and more wonderful through the years. So whatever contradictory feelings you're having, especially lots of fear, because yes, most of the time I see in India people abusing, not just in India, everywhere in the world, abusing partners physically, mentally. That's very bad. Okay, when you keep doing that, how can you expect the other person to be comfortable with you? First of all, a person is not is not literally eligible to leave a word or leave an opinion on the other person. That's mentally, right? So when that's only not right, then how can a person just do that physically? How do you think that's right? Though she is your wife, though she is your kid, you cannot go physical on anybody. So once you start removing all of that contradictory things, and that's when you see your marital life being much more beautiful. So radiate love, peace, and goodwill to each other. These vibrations are picked up by your subconscious mind, resulting in the mutual trust, affection, and respect. Yes, coming to this point of view, most of the time, most of the marriages only break because of trust. Yes, that's true. So trust is very important. So here, for that to sustain much longer, all you got to do is You got to spend some time, you got to share your views, you got to, it's all I can say is just to be open as much as possible for you. Just be open, right? And the next one is, um, most of the time we see, right, most of the Indian wives or Indian mothers keep doing that, do lots of pujas and lots of pujas and lots of pujas for their family, for their well-being and everything. That's why Indian marriages are literally, they are longing last, or else that wouldn't have happened. And that's what your our Indian women or Indian men just spread lots of love, peace and good in this way, with these kind of rituals, the positive energy with these kind of things. But yes, you got to do these kind of gestures and expressions towards your partner very now and then. Don't get bored by your partners. So all you got to maintain is mutual trust, affection and respect. Yes, I can say is trust and respect, and that's how the affection grows. The next one is, okay, so this is very important. A nagging wife is usually seeking attention and appreciation. She's craving for love and affection. So praise and exalt her many good points. Show her that you love her and appreciate her. Hope you understood this point. So it's most of the time I say, because my dad is a criminal defense lawyer. I see people coming for divorce. I see most of the couples sitting in front of him talking about this kind of stuff. I have observed because my dad's office was my study room most of the time. So I used to listen to their stories sometimes. And it's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. Like what? Because all the wife was expecting her husband to just spend some time or talk to her normally. The husband is always like, why do I really have to talk to you? I have lot many things to take in care. But he does nothing all the time, sitting on the sofa holding his phone. And that's how I saw multiple people, just ended up breaking up. It's like that. So there was a very good real story what actually happened. I'm not going to give the names, but there was a couple who came to my dad and telling that the wife works in a college as a lecturer, junior lecturer, and the husband works as in one of the good banking company. Then they just got married, like it's been an year, that's it. And by then, multiple things started, and unfortunately the bad part was, the couple were actually living with their husband's family. So that's how the issue started, and etc 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 etc. End of the day, my dad asked her, what's going on. He asked her that, what's going on with you, why are you not listening to him? All I can hear is from him. That daughter was a much pampered elder daughter from a huge family, and she just said that, this is how people are treating me, and how do you expect me to talk to them? And once she literally disobeyed their in-laws words, they started just framing up different things on her character, and that was very pathetic. Then that's when actually my mom came, and she was like, okay, we are not taking this to divorce state. Let me talk to them. And that's what she said. And my mom came and she took the woman, and she started talking to her, saying that, this is what it is. Then that's when she opened up and she started telling that he never talks to me, he never gives me, is on to my side. Like never. He's always supporting to his mom, to his parents, to his sisters. Then who is going to like who's going to take in care of me, or who will take care of me? Like there, I'm all left alone. And that's when my mom came to the other person, to the man, and she told him that, this is all your wife is looking for: sometimes some love, some affection, listening to her and talking to her. And that's when he literally realized, and he tried to be very normal with her. And I think today they are very living happy with 2 kids. So that's how it is. It's all just that every woman, from my point, that's what I understood, that every woman literally needs attention and appreciation. That's it. So that's when the way my mom was explaining, I really liked it, because she said she's all ready to give you all her life, only you give her some amount of appreciation and attention to her. And that's true, and that's how women are. They literally just need that. And a woman who loves his wife do not do anything unloving or unkind in word, manner, or action. Love is what love does. Yes, that's true, right? So in marital problems, always seek expert advice, and you would not go to the carpenter to pull a tooth. So neither should okay, cool, this is a very important topic. Always it's important that whatever marital issues you have, whatever problem you have with your partner, do not go and keep discussing with your parents or their parents, or at least neighbors. Don't do that. Don't let it go out. You said, you sort it, or at least give it some time, and that's how it's going to be resolved, right? And like always, what it has been said, that that's how marriages are, that's how marriages long very last. Like how only that, stop sharing it with the neighbors or other people, because that is going to, you have an opinion. That's an energy, one kind of energy. Your partner is having another opinion, that's another kind of energy. Whatever it is, it's not matching for just that time, because you both have landed in a very different mindsets at that point of time. Then if you keep going and sharing it to the other people, why do you really want other people's negative energy into your life? They start giving you suggestions, they start involving, and that's how everything is going to be messed up. So let's not do that. And okay, so the next point author says is self-esteem. Don't go much overboard onto each other unless and until you humiliate them to the much deeper states. That's very bad. Okay, you do not do that. And most important thing is, never go with the word or manner on your partners. And the next one is the only thing: pray together, you will stay together. So scientific prayers solve all the problems. Mentally picture your wife as she ought to be: joyous, happy, healthy, and beautiful. So see your husband as he ought to be: strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and kind. Maintain the mental picture, and you will experience the marriage made in heaven, which is harmony and peace. So this is all about the marital problems and your subconscious mind. And the next one, I think we have discussed this already: your subconscious mind and your happiness. So all it is just in this chapter is, you deserve to be happy, you gotta choose to be happy. Happiness, so the main important thing is, happiness only comes with the confidence that you hold. You hold full confidence, and that happy you are. You hold little confidence, and that little happy you are. And here it's all about that. So yeah, you can rise victorious over any defeat, and realize cherished desires of your heart through the marvelous power of your subconscious mind. And this is the meaning of, whosoever uh, trusted in the Lord, the laws of your subconscious mind, happy easy. So it's just that the spiritual laws of your subconscious mind, how they are, and that happy you are. And the next one is, okay, so there was a very important point that I wanted to cover in here. Yes, so always in this process of happiness, be grateful and give lots of gratitude towards whatever you have good in your life. And the next one, you must sincerely desire to be happy. This is very important. Okay, you must sincerely desire to be happy, and nothing is accomplished without a desire. we need a desire. So desire is a wish with the things of imagination and faith. Imagine the fulfillment of your desire and feel its reality. It will come to pass. Happiness comes in answered prayers. It's all about just this much. So whatever it is, let's just discuss precise. For everything to be manifested, we need a desire, and for that desire, okay, desire is nothing but a wish, and it needs imagination and faith. So imagine the fulfillment of your desire and think it's already manifested. So it's already reality. Start imagining yourself just, being happy, being in the desired house, desired car, and everything. And once you start doing that, and that's how things will get manifested. And the next one is happiness. How it comes in the answered prayers of whatever you're desiring. Okay, so the last point that he says is the happiest man is who brings the forth the highest and the best in him. God is the highest and the best in him, for the kingdom of God is with him. And it's just the same. So, okay. And the other chapter is all about, the other chapter is all about human relationships. How do you deal with the human relationships using your subconscious mind? Nothing. It's again the same logic. It's just that affirming good about other people and always being grateful for whatever is happening. And here it's very important that whenever whatever is happening, it's just think about or keep that in your mind. It's just in the heat of the moment. Just only keep that in your mind, that it's just in the heat of that moment. That's it. So great our spiritual a great spiritual person, Deepti Nadala garu, that she always talked about something, that whenever there is a person or two people fighting or arguing, do not go in between. It's only just that you got to be behind the pit wall of your house. And that's how we watch the neighbors, right, fighting and doing, and we are very curious, because whatever is happening, if you just go in between, you're stopping their lessons which who had to learn from each other. So you're just stopping that. And for human relationships is all you got to do is, from my perspective and author's perspective, it's only just affirmation. Just think about something, that this person is right for me in this right moment, right time, right place. That's why they are here. I just got to accept it, and that's how we deal with it. And yes, these are the very simple 3 chapters, and I wanted to cover, and we have 4 more. I think next week, hopefully I'll finish it. No, I'll finish it for sure. So yes, and I'm sorry I have cancelled much classes, because this is all corona time, and we see corona these days coming. I mean, it's being affected to the small kids, because we have 4-year-old kid and 7-year-old kid. Like literally they got COVID from their school, and they spread it all over the home, everybody. Like it was horrible, because right now also I'm literally staying in an Airbnb, because I'm not living in my home. So that's the problem. And yeah, that's why I have been just moving and all, so I couldn't just be in a constant place to do that. So yes, I think we are just done for today. Next week I think hopefully we'll be done, but next week what I'll do is I'll finish those 4, and I think I'll be taking half an hour more, because I wanted just to revise all the main important points in the start. What are the laws of your subconscious mind, that we gotta do it in our daily life. So that's what we can do. Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Sohana. So yeah, we do understand. Otherwise, like you would not cancel this thing. Yeah. So yes, I would also need to appreciate our friends will be joining, like even like I have told them, like after joining also I've told them the class is just cancelled, but still they're so sweet that they are okay to
I'm
join.
much thankful and grateful, and I literally apologize because that's how I'm literally stuck up, and I'm much grateful for that. Like people understanding, like so good, and thank you so much for that.
Yes, yeah, even I have to say, I convey my gratitude as well for them to cope up with this. Thank you so much, and thank you, Sohana, for taking the class. I know I do understand your situation. That's the reason I did not want to force you at all. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you.
So I think Varasa today you are giving so many comments. So I thought, like, do you want to take put talk anything, sir?
He's highly enlightened today.
Yeah, because
Malti must have told her not to talk. That's why he's not talking. Very well.
it is like, the life is full of sacrifices between both. Otherwise, it won't stay together.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah,
it is whether it is a job or a married life. So it is like a bonding, wherever you are, between the two or between you and the society. So it is full of compromising. One has to, because that can happen only if you feel, um, nothing is perfect and everything is okay. Maybe today is great, tomorrow may be good, and the day after tomorrow maybe worse or even better. We don't know. So accept as an open mind, then yeah, it turns good. And make always, I feel this way, and I do practice right from, my childhood maybe. Make others happy as much as possible.
Yeah.
When you have got that kind of thing, others' happiness, that means you are not you. You are doing for others, and automatically, not 100% of others will come to you. Maybe at least someone someday, when you are in need, you will get that. That is where the God comes into the picture. Because God is not uh, like an idol, it is people worship, will do a lot of puja, abhishekams, and this and that. It is good, the belief is, as far as the procedures are concerned, and many people live with that, right? However, God is in everyone, and everybody has to feel that. So one will get help, and when you are in clutches, and somebody will come out and then help you. If it is not, then maybe you need some more time. So yeah, that is why I say compromise. And when it comes to the wife and husband, it is like always husband made to listen. Yeah, otherwise, kya hoga? You don't get, maybe, food, sometimes maybe salt is too much, or maybe chili is too much. Oh, come on, you can't even argue then, because woman, as you have outlined clearly, that woman always expects some time, some love, some this, some that, always expect from him. And similarly, when the man is going to expect, is there anything like that? Can in the universe anything happen like that? No. Man has to do, make her happy. Give some time. Forget about the cases, what you are analyzing it. Forget about what you are doing it, renovating or this and that. Just make her happy. Of course, when wife is happy, life is happy. That is a nice saying that man made it. Oh well, that is, yeah. See, I'm always with high side, and yes, I always share. what I thought. And I also put, it is, the life is not just, it is so simple. Every time it is like a test only. And one good lyricist in Hindi, the song, Zindagi imtihan leti hai. So always it tests individuals, whether it's a man or woman. So you have to at least try to pass. Just try. But if the trials is not there, that zeal is not there, then obviously one day there is a break. So did anybody expected the break out of those two? They don't know. That is where one has to make other understandable what he or she is. Then other person will try to understand. If the other person is never try to understand, then something is wrong. So always this banda keep doing, and then try to make happy, and never comes out anything, then something is wrong. There is a different wavelengths. So yeah, I mean, I can't do bhashan, like you, but it is you are you are the good host and much appreciated. Your points are very well, and you always take big people's as examples. Fantastic! It is a very nice session that you always do it, and today is another wonderful one. Good one.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I'm always supportive compared to my mom and dad. I literally support my dad because I absolutely get it. My mom have my dad, but what about my dad? And that's how I always keep taking it. Yes, that's true. I never understand this logic of men doing so much in life. It's never ending. Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Sohana. It's Madhavi. Thank you. It's a lovely session. My point of take 2 points for me is like women need love, men need respect. In marriage, there are only 2 components. Women need love, men need respect. See, it's a little bit of adjustment. Little love, little praise, little adjustment. Lose ego and praise your partner. That's only 3 things. Lose your ego. When it comes to especially husband and wife relationship, they should never be ego. Once ego comes into place, that's it.
True.
You have to lose the ego. See, especially in the quarrels, like we have been, you are young little one still. We are married for a few years now. We know that. See, it's a heated argument. It's such a heated argument. Sometimes you just want to prove your point all the time. That's where we have to lose the ego. If we don't lose that, it's spiraling down the hill. There's nothing you can do. That's the one thing, the best advisement. I'm not giving advice till I do a quarrels with my husband every day, but that's after coming into meditation. That's what I learned. Lose the ego. If he says no, it's not okay. Say okay. That's it. After what, that same person will come back and say something different to what he had it. That's how it works. That's how I've seen this. If not, you're going to prove your point all the time. Argument at a point over point. That's all you do.
Right.
So that's that little my little takes over. Little take from 25 years of married life. That's one. All women need little praise. That's a little love and praise. There's something here that's beautiful. Oh, you wore a lovely sari. That sari looks good on. That's all. It doesn't matter. It's beautiful or not. It doesn't matter how we are. We're fat or we're thin or we're glass. We age, we change, right? That's just that's all we expect.
Yeah, but
bit of praise.
But yeah, I mean, men always do praise. But where it goes, it never goes anywhere. That is the point.
You're happy with that. That's a little thing. We are so content when husband says, you wore a sari that looks beautiful. You bought this, other than saying, where did you get that? Why did you get this? That's all we expect. From the little bit of a praise from husband after all we do for the family and everything. So yeah, that little, not that we're doing any, you are the best, I'm the bad, you don't. It's not that. All I said was little, they give respect to men. Then see, it's not respect means, you do everything. Just a bit of respect. See, there's not in the view of gender difference or anything. Husband and wife, that's the main thing, I think, what I've seen from my parents or grandparents, everything. That's how they survive. The marriages in India survive that way. And that's where we have been taught to. Even see, that's how it works both ways between husband and wife. So that's little my take on this.
That's really impressive. Yeah.
Sohana is
After
laughing
listening-
because we touched a very complex topic.
I know.
But you explained very well. You got 200% marks in the theory.
I know.
But I wanted to speak to you after 10 years.
After
But-
10 years, after you get married, Sohana, and you have kids, then we'll have the discussion again.
But by
But
the
you
way,
explained so well. You explained so well. Great question, actually. But
by the way, if you,
it's a very complex topic.
if you have to write a thesis, then yeah, we can help.
She's more enlightened than anyone else, I believe.
Oh
Here.
yes, oh yes.
No, I'm sure if you write, the Osho will come down to read and then
I
propagate
have
your
only
messages.
enlightened. I have only enlightened because maybe I haven't got married yet, so that's why.
I thought of saying that at the beginning when you are keep reading that slogans out of the book. Yeah, it is good. It is a learning curve anyway.
But Sohana, what you said is right. You said, when people come and talk to your dad and all, you said 100% true. 95% of the women expect from their husband just a little bit of time to spend, not money, not other material things. 95% of the women, just a little bit of time they wanted to spend, talk, and then that's all I believe. Maybe my now new generation, I don't know what their expectation, but in general, that's what all the women expect, I believe. And as Madhvi mentioned, men always expect that respect from, but they only expect that. They don't spend other with the wife, and they don't think in other wife's points of view, I believe, most of them. That's where the problem. I don't know.
No, that is not universal. That's what I feel. This is a point in thesis.
Yeah.
See, the problem.
Yeah.
The problems with the generation comes as equality. The femininity has been so much propaganda, equality, and people are educated. See, the times have changed. I do agree, times have changed, but that comes when both wife and husband are highly educated, highly professional jobs, where they think I have the point to prove, and that other person has a point to prove. That way, everything starts.
That's the ego, yeah.
That's ego. That's what we have to lose. Especially, see, now I'm not talking husband and wife. The ego is one thing. The ego is the key. When you see that's a marriage is like it's a beautiful relationship. End of the day, you especially in where you have arranged marriages, where you come from a family and you don't know that person, you enter into a bond, your relationship. That's where the respect and love and everything should come together. And that ego should never be there, because two partners from different, completely strange families meet together and join. Where does the ego come from? You shouldn't. My understanding that you should lose that ego and just love the person immensely. But it's very hard to say for this generation, because, as I said, the times have changed. The people are getting educated, and the femininity, that thing is going on so high in the world. There's so many groups completely different to what we talk. So it's very, people get attracted to those things, especially youngsters. So that's where I'm right, you're wrong, you're for sure wrong, and let's prove it in the court. That's all 3 sentences for them. So I can. It comes the family, the kids. You have kids. I can earn money. I can look after the kids. I don't need you. So everything comes into play. But what to do? Times are changing. But as I said, the family values should be good as well for especially for the little youngsters these days. They have to have a good family values and everything to enter into these relationships. That's a very complicated subject to discuss, but because especially we're all from Indian backgrounds and we come from good families, and we're talking about this. That's what I'm just saying. It all comes to how our parents are, how our grandparents are, and because we tend to see all of the relationships as well. So yeah.
Yes, thank you, Radhe ma'am. So yes, I also feel that these kind of spiritual things, I mean, or like anything which gives knowledge about, I mean, before normally like we get trained when we are doing education, we get trained when we are doing with some kind of chores or some kind of things, but we are not trained how to be in a relationship with our partners. We've never been taught by anyone, like it's just only few things which would be given as a suggestion to you by your parents or something, or you learn when you look at the other people. But these kind of books which we need to read so that we could get an idea. And I think Sohana would get a better perspective rather than anyone of us. Like, so it's like this is needed. Like one has to get educated before going into any kind of relationship. Then I think like when you have that kind of knowledge, okay, this might happen, that is how you have to react. Probably you might not be you might not give 100% to that. At least you could give 80% out of it, because that will trigger automatically from your subconscious mind. That's what I firmly believe. So this kind of knowledge is needed, and especially the people who are going into the marriage phase, or like who are into the teenagers, like they have to come across and listen and read these kind of books. And because spiritual books are not only for the old age people or anyone like who are in the teenagers, they have to learn so that the perspective broaden up, and so that like we can learn. And it's not like, because we normally end up with four walls. Okay, our parents, whoever we see, like we learn that things from them only. But when we come across these kind of books, we can see, okay, there are so many perspectives. It's not only our parents, like there are different things. So it's like, I feel like everyone has to get educated before going to any kind of relationship, which will mold them and it will take them. I mean, it's better for everyone. So yeah, that's what my take from this.
That's really true. Like, I really had this huge phobia for marriage, like literally, because my mom and dad were, they have been asking since 2 years, and every time I'm like, I literally had that different phobia, like, how do I know that the person is right? And how do I know that this person would be compatible? I started doing all of that. And once I just sat and I just started affirming myself that, yes, I'm going to attract the right person. But before that, I really need the right knowledge to deal and handle this much longer time. Only in the much happier way that I could do. And from then I literally started seeing the only happiest couples and happiest things. And I just started seeing the minor problems and how even they started sorting it out. And that's how it's like very, very, very enlightening. And especially these books, oh my God, like so good. And especially PMC channel is something that oh my God, it's just a rule book and like complete knowledge bank kind of, because everything, I am just starting my life and I just learn everything from there. And that's how when it's time, then I'll be the most confident and enough confident person to just take it up. Like it's like that. So yeah, much grateful for all of it. And yes, of course, without this, I wouldn't have read that book that clearly also. So yes, that's really, subconscious mind is just a whole Bible for all this creation. It's kind of like that. Yeah. So, I think, shall we end it?
Yes. So if you're all good, masters, so we can end the session, or if you have any other points to share.
Yeah, that's all good. Thank you, Sohana. And
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Lavanya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great to see you back,
Thank you.
and great to listen your chapters. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
All the best.
Have a lovely
Yeah.
Saturday, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a good week.
Bye, Lavanya. Take care. See
Bye.
you.
Good night, Sohana. See you.
Bye.